Yo people, welcome back to another video, and this is your Premier League Game Week 27 preview. Of course, big weekend of football, a few London derbies, as well as the big Manchester derby, where we could maybe see United get something, who knows. But yeah, let's get straight into it with Spurs. Not Spurs. Newcastle taking on Wolves. For Spurs taking on Wolves was last weekend, where Wolves absolutely dominated and destroyed Spurs. They've had a few games off now with no cup fixtures for them. What can Spurs now deliver? Of course, Newcastle also won in the FA Cup like Wolves. They play Manchester City in the FA Cup. Newcastle, but they had an absolute humiliation in London, in North London last weekend with a 4-1 demolition job by Arsenal done on them. Could they recover from that? They definitely could, but I just think the team tomorrow is that low. Wolves flying high, 2-2 draw, high scoring. Yeah, 2-2. Spurs play Crystal Palace. Now Spurs dominate this fixture, but what makes this fixture interesting is that Spurs lost last weekend, and Oliver Glasner is really creating a special vibe right now around Crystal Palace. The confidence in the Palace fans are increasing a bit. They're feeling a bit more positive. They're smiling for once. Again, the Palace fans, but Spurs dominate this fixture. Haven't lost against Palace since the 90s. So I'm going to back 2-1 Spurs win. Just. Next game is Nottingham Forest against Liverpool, of course. And it will probably be most the rotated Liverpool side, maybe, or maybe the likes of Gakpo, the likes that started the the Carabao Cup final probably maybe start again, or will Klopp continue with his Liverpool youngsters like Dance, etc., Conor Bradley, and a few more? Is the big question. But Forest, they done really well in recent weeks to get a few results, but they're just not really up to scratch. Maybe a point deduction also coming their way soon. Yeah, it's going to be a tough game, this one, for Nottingham Forest, of course. Liverpool have struggled to beat Forest in recent games at played at the City ground. I might have it wrong, maybe it's right. But I believe they have drawn a few games there in recent years. Um, so, yeah, I'm going to go this one for a 2-1 Liverpool. I don't think it will be that convincing because they do have the injuries, but they should get over the line, definitely. And the next game is a game that should be won by the away team, but you never know. That game is Chelsea against Brentford. Now, of course, Chelsea scraped past Leeds United. Could definitely see signs of tiredness, especially after going the full 120 against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final on Sunday. Then Tuesday having to play Leeds, just too much. This game, I don't think there's any excuse. Thomas Frank just came out in his press conference saying we won't have our fully fit back four. So even if they play back five, they won't have probably the two best centre backs there to play against us. So no matter what we have, no matter if we're tired or anything, we should be beating this Brentford side. They're not full of confidence. Tony Maupay's there, but been struggling of late, especially Tony. They got hammered by West Ham, I believe 4-2. So it's not been a nice season to Brentford. I'm going to go for 2-1 Chelsea win. It's rare that I back us to win, but we should be beating this Brentford side. Of course, it will be first time in I think ever that they actually beat us. Well, do the double over us, not beat us. Do the double over us. Um, have they done the double? They might have done the double over us. No, they haven't. Well, I don't think so. Um, so yeah, Everton take on West Ham now. Everton, of course, got good news this week that they have gained 4 points and they haven't played a game. Of course, the 10-point deduction, they appealed it. They got 4 points back. Only a 6-point deduction. They moved up to 15th now. Luton dropped now into that relegation zone there, which makes it that Forest local game even bigger for Forest. But West Ham looked really, really good against um, Brentford at home. This game, it's a tough place. Everton will be fired up for this one, especially after that 4 points game. I'm going to go for 1-1 draw. I think West Ham will just have enough to do it away at Goodison Park. And next is High Flying Cottages. Fulham take on take on Brighton. And of course, we all witness our 2 eyes, some of our 4 eyes, like me, what happened with the old Manchester United when Fulham reigned supreme in Manchester. 2-1 win, 97th minute winner. Absolutely delicious. Um, delicious win for them. Absolutely loved that win. So we lost in the cup. But yeah, absolutely loved that win for Fulham. Brighton, they turn up and then they get slapped. Sheffield, and I think they drew 1-1 to Everton. Then basically, the next game, then that was also at home. And I was going to go for an Everton draw or win. I backed Brighton in that one. So yeah, but this game, I want to back Fulham, but I think Brighton will turn up again and go 1-1, 1-1 draw. Next game is a big game for both teams. It's Luton, who are desperately needing a win. Villa, they will just want to continue on their run, get closer and closer to that third place spot, stay in touch with fourth, and not let go of it. So yeah, Luton, massive game for them. I can see Luton beating Villa. I can see it, but I just think Villa have enough. Of course, they don't play midweek, unlike Luton. Yeah, is it? Yeah. They don't play midweek. Um, So Luton got slapped 6-2 out. That affected confidence. No Elijah at the play. It's a really big mess. We're saying that right now. I'm going to go with an entertaining 2-1 Villa win, but I'm expecting them to get something. I'm expecting Luton to put up a fight. That's what I mean. Burnley against Bournemouth, of course. big game for both teams. Bournemouth, they want to regain some form after not being the best in recent weeks. Burnley been awful, really. Bournemouth struggled in a few games. They're gaining a bit of confidence now. They should be winning this one, Bournemouth. I'm going with a 2-1 Bournemouth as well. 2-1 Bournemouth, they should be getting this one over the line. And next is the big Manchester derby. It's Manchester City against Manchester United. Now, of course, awful news for United injury-wise. No effect Luke Shaw or any left back at that. And no Woyland. Yeah, it's going to be a long game, this one. Of course, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is also out, so they can't even play him there. So this game is going to be a long one. City coming off a 6-2 win against Luton. Haaland 5 goals, KDB 5 assists or 4 assists. Amazing. It seems like they're getting back. I think if Pep selects the right lineup, this game is easy one. And I think Pep will. He has done it in recent weeks. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win to Manchester City. And then the last one, they say save the best for last, but this game week it's definitely not. Sheffield United against Arsenal. Arsenal high flying definitely in the Premier League. Of course, got this game, then a week's rest, then they play next weekend, and then of course that Porto game. See how they play in these next 2 games before that Porto game. How the nerves are settling, especially next weekend. So yeah, I'm going to go for 5-0 to Arsenal. Sheffield shouldn't cause any damage. Let's be honest. It's going to be a 5-0 to Arsenal. But let me know what your score predictions are in the comments below. Hopefully your team wins this weekend. Except if you support except if you support Arsenal. And United. May your team lose forever and ever. So yeah, cheers people. See you all in the